Hey everyone, in this video, Group 5 will take you through Maya Angelou's poem, Come and Be My Baby. We'll explore its content, physical, acoustic, and linguistic element, and we're also going to learn semantics in this poem. But before we dive into the material, let us introduce ourselves first.
Hello everyone, my name is Fitriyani. My student number is 23050860007.
Hey everyone, my name is Meilinda Zahra and my student number is 23050860020.
Hello guys, my name is Naila Rahmadina. My student number is 23050860029. Okay guys, so today we will dive into the world of poetry using Maya Angelou's powerful poem, Come and Be My Baby, as our guide. Poetry is a unique and beautiful way to learn a language. It ingests not only our minds but also our emotion and creativity. So by the end of the session, you will have developed a deeper understanding of both the English language and the expressive natural of poetry. Okay, first let's talk about lesson objectives. So our learning journey today has three key objectives. That first, student will experience the poem through recitation to connect emotionally and physically with its rhythm and tone. For the second, student will analyze the poem's themes using content, physical, acoustic, and linguistic elements. And the last, student will explore semantic aspect including connotation, word choice, and meaning within the poem. Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you are always in a good condition so that you can learn with us in this learning video. So today, in this video, we are going to explore the work of Maya Angelou. So she is Maya Angelou, was an American poet, writer, and civil rights activist known for her powerful works on identity, racism, and empowerment. Her famous autobiography like I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings and poems such as Still I Rise and Phenomenal Woman that celebrate resilience and empowerment. She worked with leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, performed as a singer and dancer, and taught at universities. Her poems and story continue to inspire people around the world with message of hope and encourage. But this time, in this video, we will discuss one of Maya Angelou poems with the title Come and Be My Baby. This Angelou's poetry isn't just about the words, it's about the feelings, the rhythm, and the tone. Now, I will read the poem aloud first, and I want you all to listen closely to the emotion and rhythm of each line. Now, let's listen to it. The highway is full of big cars going nowhere fast, and folks is smoking anything that'll burn. Some people rub their leaves around a cocktail glass, and you sit wondering where you are going to turn. I got it. Come and be my baby. Some prophets say the world is gonna end tomorrow, but others say we have got a week or two. The paper is full of every kind of blooming horror, and you sit wondering what you are gonna do. I got it. Come and be my baby. So that is the poetry by Maya Angelou with the title Come and Be My Baby. What emotion did you feel when hearing this poem? Did the rhythm of the poem make you think of anything specific, like a heartbeat or a chant? So the rhythm and tone play a huge role here. Angelou's words flow with intensity almost as if she is speaking directly to society, This rhythm and tone give us a peek into her emotion and perhaps even her experience. Okay, that is all explained from me. Now we are gonna move to analyze this poem with my next partner. Let's check it out.
Let's start with the physical elements of the poem. Maya Angelou wrote "Come and Be My Baby" in free verse, which means it doesn't follow any strict rhyme scheme or rhythm. This makes the poem feel natural, like a conversation. Now, onto the acoustic elements, basically how it sounds, even though the poem doesn't rhyme in the traditional sense. Angelou sneaks in internal rhymes and alliteration that give it a kind of flow. For instance, in the line, "And folks is smoking anything that all burn," the words "smoking" and "burn" have a subtle rhyme that adds to the rhythm. Plus, phrases like hustle and bustle use repeat sounds to emphasize the chaos she's talking about. So even without any rhymes, the poem still has a musical vibe. Next, let's talk about the linguistic elements. The language and imagery Angelou uses. She keeps her words simple and easy to understand, which makes the poem relatable for pretty much anyone. But don't let the simplicity fool you. She's also packing in some deep meaning. For example, the line, "The highways full of big cars going nowhere fast" is a metaphor. It's not just about traffic, it's saying something bigger about how modern life can feel busy but kind of pointless, like people are rushing around with no real direction. There's also personification in the line, "The world is coming to an end." It gives the world human-like qualities, as if it's choosing to end itself. This makes the whole situation feel more dramatic and urgent, pulling you into the speaker's perspective. And Angelou also used hyperbole. That's when you exaggerate to make a point, saying the world is coming to an end. Obviously isn't meant to be taken literally. Instead, it captures the overwhelming feeling of living in such a chaotic time. So, to recap, we've looked at the poem's structure, sound, device, and language. By understanding these elements, we can appreciate the depth and power of Angelou's words.
Okay, so before we analyze semantics in this poem, let's first understand what semantics is. Semantics is all about the meaning of words and how we understand them in language. It's not just about what a word means on its own, but also how its meaning can shift depending on the situation, the tone, or even the way it's used in a sentence. Now let's start with literal meaning. This is the basic straightforward meaning of a word, the one you'd usually find in a dictionary. It is the simple level of meaning and doesn't depend on any special context or feelings. Then there connotative meaning. This goes deeper because it looks at the emotions, ideas, or cultural associations that a word can bring up. And sometimes a word might mean one thing literally, but make people feel or think something completely different based on their experience or the way the word is commonly used in society.
Right, let's start with the first line. "The highway is full of big cars going nowhere fast." We'll discuss of literal meaning, connotative meaning, and semantic effect. First is literal meaning. This describes cars speeding down a highway without a clear destination. Connotative meaning: the highway represents life, and the big cars reflect materialism or wealth. The phrase "going nowhere fast" shows that even tall people seem busy. Their action lack true meaning or direction. And semantic effect: this creates a picture of a fast-paced, aimless society, one that feels empty despite all the movement. Now, let's move on. The second line, "and folks is smoking anything that unburned." In literal meaning, people are smoking substance without caring about what they're consuming. Connotative meaning: this suggests desperation and escapism. It shows how people might harm themselves just to escape stress or helplessness. And semantic effect: the line feels sad and heavy, making us think about how society often turns to harmful habits in those times. Next, we have the line, "some people wrap their lives around a cocktail glass." Literal meaning: people lie while drinking, possibly to cover up truths. And connotative meaning: this metaphor shows how alcohol can become a tool to mask pain or avoid reality. It reflects how people sometimes hide their struggles behind fake smiles and drinks. And semantic effect: this line deepens the theme of escapism, showing how individuals avoid facing problems by pretending everything is fine. Here's the next line, "and you sit wondering where you are going to turn." Literal meaning: someone is thinking about their next step. Connotative meaning: this captures the universal feeling of being lost or uncertain. It reflects a moment of vulnerability when someone doesn't know what to do next. And semantic effect: this line is relatable and emotional. It makes readers reflect on their own moments of confusion or indecision. And the next line, "some prophets say the world is gonna end tomorrow." In literal meaning, prophets predict that the world will end very soon, possibly the next day. Connotative meaning: this reflects the fear and anxiety we feel about crises in the world. It may also critique how some people exaggerate or sensationalize disasters. And semantic effect: this line adds tension and highlights the uncertainty and fear people face in modern life.
Next, we have "but others say we've got a week or two." In this line, have literal meaning. Some predictions say there's a little more time before the world ends. And for the connotative meaning, this contrasts with the previous line, adding doubt and showing how people cling to hope even in dark times. And semantic effect: this captures the fragile balance between fear and hope, showing how uncertainty shapes our decision. And here's another line, "the paper is full of every kind of blooming horror." The literal meaning in this line, newspaper report a lot of terrible stories. And connotative meaning, blooming horror makes beauty blooming with terror or horror, suggesting that bad news is growing and overwhelming. And semantic effect in this line show how the media amplifies fear and negativity, adding to the anxiety of daily life. And the next line is, "and you sit wondering what you're gonna do." And literal meaning in this line, someone is thinking about their next step. And for the connotative meaning, this reflects the overwhelming feeling of trying to navigate a chaotic world. It captures the personal struggle to find direction when everything feels uncertain. And for the semantic effect in this line, connect deeply with reader who can relate to moments of feeling lost and unsure. Finally, we have the last line, and it is repeated line. I got it, come and be my baby. Literal meaning in this line is the speaker invites someone to join them, and for the connotative meaning, this line over love, comfort, and safety from the chaos described earlier. It's a call for connection and intimacy. And for the semantic effect, by repeating this phrase, Angelou gives the poem a sense of hope and stability, contrasting with the darker themes. It leaves reader with a feeling of warmth and reassurance. Okay, for the next one, we'll have quiz. You'll need to answer the multiple choice question based on our analysis of Come and Be My Baby by Maya Angelou. This will help you understand what we've discussed today, and please read each question carefully and choose the most appropriate answer based on your understanding of the poem. You can pause the video and I will give the answer right away. First question. What is the connotative meaning of the highway is full of big cars going nowhere fast? The answer is B. People are materialistic and lack direction in life. What is the semantic effect of the line, and folks is smoking anything that'll burn? And the correct answer for this question is C. It conveys a sense of desperation and escapism. Next question. What is the literal meaning of the line, and you sit wondering where you're going to turn? The right answer is C. Someone is contemplating their future. And the next one. What is the semantic effect of the repeated line, I got it, come and be my baby? And the answer for this question is also C. It offers a sense of hope and reassurance. And finally, for the last one, which line best captures the feeling of uncertainty and confusion in the poem? Right, the right answer is B, and you sit wondering where you're going to turn. Great work, everyone! We hope you find the quiz helpful in understanding how semantics work in this poem. Remember, analyzing the meaning behind words helps us appreciate poetry on a whole new level. And don't worry if you get some answer wrong. What's important is that you learn something new and are growing your understanding. That brings us to the end of our lesson on semantics and Maya Angelou's poem, Come and Be My Baby. We've explored content, physical, acoustic, and linguistic element, also with semantics meaning in this poem. And by analyzing the semantics in this poem, we understood the deeper meanings behind her phrases. For example, the refrain, Come and Be My Baby, isn't just a call for comfort, it's an invitation for connection in a world filled with uncertainty. And for language learner, poetry like this teach us not only about vocabulary and grammar, but also about the cultural and emotional depth that language can carry. It reminds us that language is more than just a tool for communication, it's a way to connect, understand, and share human experience. Thank you for being part of today's lesson. Keep practicing your skill and don't hesitate exploring the beauty of language and poem to deepen your understanding in language. Bye everyone!